The wall that is dividing Israel and the West Bank became a symbol for the Mid-East conflict in the media. Abroad, the news about Israel are dominated by this conflict, although there are many other issues that influence the daily Jewish life a lot. The dispute between ultra-Orthodox and more secular Jews, for example, is a conflict within the conflict. The city Bet Shemesh, near Jerusalem, became an example for that. Here recently, even 6-year-old schoolgirls had to suffer from religious fights.
In recent weeks, a conflict has arisen between communities. Over here, to my right, you have more of a moderate, modern religious community, and actually behind you as well. And behind me, there are buildings with more ultra-Orthodox, most of them very peace-loving, and we get along very well. There is a group of extremists within that group who are against the presence of this school building. Over here, you can even see there's an Israeli flag hanging in front of the school. They're against the existence of a more Zionistic school and a school with children who don't dress exactly the way they do here. There was a conflict about it. It was decided by the government the school is going to be here, it's fine. And unfortunately, some of the extremists have resorted to screaming at the children and some violence towards the children. We as a community, though, have risen up against that, and the extremists did come the first day, very close to the school. The police scattered them. The second day, we, as people in the neighborhood, were nervous because we saw what happened the first day, so we came just to be on guard. And in the beginning, I'm not blaming the police. I don't think they realized this would happen. Because there weren't enough police here, the extremists actually gathered further up the street. And we saw that, and just as people who were concerned for the children, we went to try to help the children through. And there is a video clip which shows something that happened as a result, where we were the target of assault and screaming and a little bit of violence as well. But again, we weathered it. We didn't fight back. That's not our way. We're not going to have a civil war between brothers on the street over here. And the police saw that video, though, and saw what happened, and they've been out in force every single day protecting the children and making sure that things would be okay. They do come out. The police push them to the side. They do still scream, but it's much less of an issue than it was. Just to give an example of the good things that have come out of the conflict, a group of ultra-Orthodox women called me last week and said they want to do something for the girls of the school. They feel terrible. They can't come out and physically protect them. And it was their idea. They bought roses flowers for every single girl in the school. Every single flower had a card on it that said, "Beautiful Jewish girls, we love you, we treasure you. Here's a flower for you to represent how we hope that you continue to flourish." And you should see the looks on these girls' faces when they realized, you know what, so there's a group of small, wicked people, but it's a small group, and look at these women have come.
Only about 60 extremists live in Bet Shemesh, but nevertheless a trip through the city shows how different the neighborhoods are. The ultra-Orthodox quarters display posters saying that you have to dress modestly. The city council stopped building shopping malls in these areas because the ultra-Orthodox don't want them. The hospitals here have different entrances for men and women. Until today, the schoolgirls have to be escorted to their bus station. Nobody knows if the citizens of Bet Shemesh will find a solution.